already today. Little right hand cradle. Watched closely there by Grant Hewitt. Helping out his brother here, defensive end. Ward gets free. Left hand shot, whistles wide. Cocoziello, the effort. Was he there first? Yes, he was. What a sprint into that far corner by Dan Cocoziello, the sophomore, with a long stick. However, his pass right off the hop, when I sing his praises to Bennett, is nowhere close to his teammate. It's a turnover, and UVA gets it right back.
Tierney can't believe it. Both Cocoziello and goalie Alex Hewitt are from Del Barton, which is in Chatham, or near Chatham, New Jersey. Frustration from Cocoziello, whose anticipation in getting that shot in the first place was wonderful.
Great defensive team. Bill Turney, 7th in the NCAA. 5 goals a game. They've given up 4 here today.
Look closely. This $50 Buffalo gold piece was the purest gold coin ever struck.
Saturday afternoon, 2 lacrosse teams steeped in history battle on the field when 7th-ranked Syracuse takes on number 8 Johns Hopkins. Hopkins lost to Hofstra up in Long Island this weekend. Syracuse lost one to Georgetown and Dave Urick's team. Lacrosse on ESPNU Saturday at 2 Eastern. We'll be back with more right after this.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. Shop them.
In March is one of the hardest assignments for a coach like Tom Starsia.
First man up opportunity of the game here for Princeton. They'll try to take advantage and take a 5-4 lead, 1 minute penalty. Almost 19 minutes now. That a tally for the Tigers still with that 4-2 lead at halftime. Tie game with powerhouse Virginia of the ACC. Ball rotating. Culver lost possession. They'll try to step into that shot and didn't concentrate on the pass coming right into his cross well enough. Turner. Lobs on the far side. And Virginia short a man on that clear try. Here's Morrissey. Design play at midfield. He was very quick. And a tremendous pass to Dixon on the fly. Here's Cowley. He forgot the ball. Good break. Ward scores! Matt Ward takes advantage. Dixon will say, sure, partner, I meant to do that. He left the ball right behind him inadvertently, and Ward scoops up the loose change and cashes in.
Virginia's first lead. Watch the Princeton defender go after, right there, the hit by Jungers. He went after Dixon, going for the hit, thinking that he was going to take the shot, and his man, Ward, is there alone to basically scoop it up and take that shot. So Jungers helps down on Dixon, and Ward sneaks behind the play, has a free grounder, and he has all day to let it rip.
Matt Ward has played in 51 career games at Virginia. He scored a goal in 45 of those and counting. 9th player all time in UVA history to score at least 100 goals in his career. Top to 111.
Talking to Starsia this week, and you gotta just love talking to a guy like Tom Starsia. He says Matt Ward is the type of player, if he were a cook, he'd be covered in flour and eggs, and the kitchen would be all messy, but the meal would be great.
That's
kind of how he plays. He's the only guy who gets muddy on a sport grass field.
That's not easy to do, is it,
No.
Quinn? We call him a bull in the china shop when we talked to him this week. Tom Starsia, always a treat to speak with. Big rough kid is Matt Ward, according to his coach. But can he ever take advantage of an error like that? Pasquet, speaking of size, from right here in New Jersey, the great high school quarterback. UVA's a different team if he's close to 100% with all the injury woes last year had to endure. Amazing story that he was able to compete at all. Imagine having to go into the team hotel and take an ice bath after a practice or a game. I mean, man. Pasquet, here he is. Hamstrings better, shoots. He with a great save again. Ball loose in front to his left. Scooped up by Virginia. They'll keep the attack going.
Strong ground ball play by Pasquet.
Gladding gets decked. Bodies everywhere. And finally, Princeton will try to march out with it here. Schoening, one of the co-captains for Bill Tierney. Team down by 1. Sudan helps bring it to the offensive end. Tommy Davis.
Look at the pressure. Virginia's playing a much tighter man-to-man defense now.
Last minute, third quarter.
There's a flag down at the midfield line. Virginia's got 7 defenders out there, so they're offsides. Delayed call against Virginia coming up.
Whenever there's a touch, as we have right now, with a person of Matt Kelly.
Could be an offsides. You look at Kip Turner, and Princeton really needs an extra man right now because their offense has disappeared. And what Virginia's done is they're pressing out. Anytime Princeton carries into the offensive zone, Virginia is just stifling. They're getting out and they're challenging every inch of real estate. Dom Stargey kind of a little subtly tweaked that at halftime. I remember in the first half they were letting Princeton flow and getting their offense. Now they said, hey, I like our athletes, I like our foot speed, let's get out and suffocate you with a man-to-man defense.
Opportunity here. EMO, we'll see if they can take advantage. 20 seconds left on it. 30 on the third quarter clock. Tigers rotate the ball. Davis. Comes swing around the cage. 15 seconds. And up in the front. Oh, what a stop made again by Turner. He's brilliant. On Trip Schreiner on the doorstep for the Tigers. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Dixon trying to get free. A pass up. Gladding denied. Hewitt. Danny Gladding is shut down on another great save by Alex Hewitt to finish up action in thrilling fashion at the end of 3. Opportunities end to end for each team, and the goalies stand tall.
4 straight for the Cavaliers. They trailed 4-1. They dominate that third quarter.
And at the end of 3, they have got a lead on the road. What a save by Turner. And then Hewitt at the end of the quarter shuts Gladding down.
Laser X. Other Laser X gear, inside or out, day or night. With an unlimited number of players, the whole neighborhood can play. You can get the brand new Laser X Revolution double set with the TV exclusive stickers for $49.99. And shipping is free. Batteries not included. Extra blasters sold separately. Must be 18 years or older to order. The original, the ultimate, the revolution. Laser X.
You went to college? You're smart. So why are you getting ripped off on your student loans? At Credible.com, we've helped tens of thousands of people save money by refinancing their student loans. In 3 minutes, we'll get you actual rates from multiple lenders. We could save you hundreds of dollars a month by refinancing to a lower rate. Don't get ripped off on your student loans. Let's focus on your future, not your debt.
Visit Credible.com and in 3 minutes, see how much you could save.
Quarter action, Princeton Stadium, Princeton, New Jersey. Drizzle still falling here. Alex Berg, sophomore midi, face-off man from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, takes the draw at the X. Charlie Glazier head-to-head with Virginia. Save numbers, look at that. Hewitt, 17 today. He's been brilliant. Virginia's Turner hasn't been bad either, especially here in the second half. Pitched the shutout, Quint in the third quarter.
But Virginia, remember at halftime, they were 2 for 21 from the field, 9% shooting. In that last quarter, they were 3 goals on 14 shots. So they have certainly improved their shooting. And that's tough. When you go in the locker room at halftime and say, guys, we got to shoot better. You know, it's like basketball. Oh, guys, we got to shoot better. Oh, really, coach? We do? You know, how should I shoot better? Well, try to make it in the hoop. You know, it's the same here. Like, you can't really tell guys where to shoot because every scenario is different. It's something a team, they have to shoot their way out of the slump.
And Virginia's cranked up the defense, too. They've got some pretty good players with a 6-foot pole out there. Hayes with it, right-hand cradle, switches hands. Top of the box. Big possession here, I think, for Princeton to get the ball rolling to begin this fourth quarter. Shut down entirely in the third. Schneider, goal line extended, is hit again. Ground ball, nice play, right to Turner. Get the outlet, on the money. In stride, hits Ricky Smith with a long stick. That is not an easy pass to complete. And Ricky wisely leaves it off to the offensive star, Matt Ward. Ward's got 2 goals. He's the only 2-goal scorer in this game. Low scoring affair here, which is a surprise because Virginia came in top-ranked scoring team in the nation. Dom Starsia won't care if it's 1-0 or 100-0. If he wins, he wins.
You know, he told us, hey, we got to expect to play a little slower. It's not going to be 20 to 15. He was right. But their shot total's good, though. They've taken 35 shots. It's not like anyone's sitting on the ball in this game. This is as action-packed as you'll ever see for a single-digit game.
Little helps get top of the box for Gladding. Ward a spin move. Trying to get free. Trying to bounce that. He was spun down nicely from behind. Backed up well, though, by UVA, and they'll keep possession alive here. Done away, fourth quarter. Little. Dipsy-do move. Left-hand shot. Stopped by Hewitt. Saw it all the way. In perfect position.
Too easy for Alex Hewitt.
It is the way he's been playing today. Goldberg got tripped up. Pass to Trombino. Mishandles for a second. A feed. Cross field. Bounce shot. Goldberg scores! Zach Goldberg on a great pass from Trombino. The equalizer here in the fourth quarter.
This is the new Princeton at work right here. When Goldberg carries in, it's a 4-on-4, maybe a 5-on-5, and he rifles the ball behind. Good things happen, though. Trombino then, off the pass from behind, and Goldberg, nice bouncer, singes the corner. You can see this sport grass. Watch the ball when it bounces. It just kicks up a bunch of black pellets. Not sure if Turner got a piece. Zach Goldberg, a world-class speed skater as a high schooler at Gilman School in Baltimore.
Wow. 7 years, competed as a national caliber speed skater. Now, had a lot of hockey players, football players, basketball, soccer who play lacrosse. How about speed skating, Q? What do you think?
I actually went skating at his rink in Baltimore recently. There's pictures of him all over the place.
I'll bet there are.
That guy, that's Zach Goldberg. He's a lacrosse player. And there he is, you know, with his helmet on, tucked in his,
wow.
He's got huge quads.
I'll bet he
all
does.
those guys, you know, all those guys do.
UVA's offsides here, so ball back to Princeton. Big goal from Goldberg. As we saw, second of the year for him. And there were 13 ground balls as well. Picked up by Virginia. Kelly. Good defensive midfielder with a long stick. And UVA has the offensive possession.
The national champion this year will be a team that can play at 2 speeds. I said it in the first quarter. You've got to be able to play fast at times, and you've got to be able to play slow at times. And Princeton showed me that they can play fast this year. Virginia last week, they played fast against Syracuse today in the half-court, half-field sets. They're showing that they can play slow also.
That's a great point. I think Duke just couldn't do the latter of the two there, the slow speed in the final against Hopkins. Their game was run and gun. And Johns Hopkins matched up so well defensively with their great close defense. Pinto, Watson, Garvey. Those 3 were something else last year en route to a title. Different deal for Hopkins, though, this year.
They can't play fast right now. They can only play slow. And they got beat at their own game by Princeton, who played slow better than they did.
A better slow. Interesting. Here's Dixon. Swing around the perimeter of the box here. Tie game. A big early season matchup. Little March Madness lacrosse style. That shot ripped just wide by Thompson, who was sent down hard to the turf as he released it. He does have a goal in this game. He's 1-1. A couple of points, 3 for 5 on faceoffs as well for Drew Thompson. These midfielders who take a lot of faceoffs and then see action as a regular first-line mid. That's a lot of work for one day. Dixon a pass far side, gets the return feed, thought about cranking for a shot, but lost the ball. Bennett all over him. John Bennett got tripped up after the collision, and Princeton takes it back. Great effort from Bennett.
I thought it was a great dive from Bennett, and the official on the far side had to call it. You make the call yourself.
A combination, I think. Feet got tangled up there, but yeah, maybe a little bit of exaggeration. Tigers get it right back. Tie game. This has been a good one today from Princeton. Different game than we expected on Virginia's side. Well, as we talked about, Dom Starcher did tell us this week we're not going to roll 25 goals anymore on this type team. That shot ripped just wide. So they've got a piece of the pipe there. Heard a little clink.
That's a staple pick play where the midfielder dodges down the wing. Schneider seals off, and that was Cowan peeling to the outside.
Haney. That shot delivered. Just off the mark there from Schneider. Hitting for his first of the day.
Okay, Virginia's better off when they get out and pressure the ball a little. When they allow Princeton in their comfort zone, the Tigers are getting high-quality shots.
Over the cross to Sewannick now. Battle at midfield. One of the most exciting aspects of lacrosse with the long sticks. Can't cross that midfield line, but they can certainly scrum with the best of them. Smith has his body going everywhere along with that 6-foot pole. Unsettled, here come the Tigers. Sewannick open field, checked from behind by 3 different Cavaliers. Hangs onto it. Does a nice job to maintain possession. That's a thrilling play to watch. That ball goes toward midfield and they just battle for it.
Been some really, really good ground ball play in this game. Both teams going at it. They're fast, they're physical.
Whitney Hayes gets free, bounce shot, pipe.
Double pipe.
He did, he got twice on the iron. Now toward midfield now. Again, it's Smith with a battle. Ward knows he's going to get hit. Somehow gets around Cocoziello. Ward a feed. Rubier open shot. Save made by Hewitt. Rebound is sent well wide. On a try there from the freshman Billings.
Serious action. Cocoziello made a tactical error. He challenged Rubier, leaving. Excuse me, he challenged the guy on the far wing, leaving the hole wide open. This is a 3-on-1. Here's Rubier. This is a well-placed shot, but snuffed out by Hewitt, who just kind of baited him at the last second, slid his body over. Rubier's got to be a little more definitive there. Good strong fake and then a shot, or maybe 2 fakes, or shoot it, quicker. He kind of geeked that one. He didn't really let it rip.
I think you're right. He was a little outwitted there. He waited a little too long. 4 ground balls today for Rubier, but no goals have been shut out. That's surprising. Foster Gilbert trying to get free with a right-hand cradle around the perimeter. They'll spin it here. Under 8 to go, 4th quarter, and a thriller from Jersey. Tie game.
Road to Philly.
Yeah, right here. There he goes low for his first goal of the game, Ben Rubier. That little ripped shot with the left hand, which we saw in the first half of this game, head-to-head with Hewitt. He was denied there. This time, he nails it home. His first tally of the day, and Virginia has a lead. The sophomore Ben Rubier's battle ankle troubles from Towson, Maryland. Loyola High School has his 11th of the year. Ankle looks pretty good now. Doesn't hurt nearly as much when you score one, right? 6-5 Cavs.
I'm Doug Hirsch. You may already know that GoodRx can help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Cavaliers will not get to their 13-goal mark, which they've done in all their games. We told you the last 2 games they've got 20 goals. And the big story here has certainly been the post. The best friend of Kip Turner, not once but twice, huh?
Whitney Hayes.
Wow.
And there's Ben Rubier.
Got to be tough for that youngster to overcome the ankle trouble again. He had to miss the Stony Brook and VMI games this year after turning an ankle again.
He had a real
2 sprained ankles a year ago.
Well, had a real serious injury at Dave in high school before his senior year. He was driving a Jeep and he rolled it, and his elbow was hanging out the window, and he's had major surgery on his elbow, on his left elbow. There was a stage at his senior year at high school that they wondered if he'd ever play lacrosse again, and he's fought back and really kind of put in the time to rehab his elbow, and it's changed his life. He said he took a lot for granted. He was a spoiled, selfish type athlete who thought he was privileged to do everything, and it's really changed his outlook as a person.
Two-time All-State performer in soccer. His dad, Bob, a teammate of Dom Starsia at Brown when they played there together. And Rubier, a big goal a moment ago, helping Coach Starsia's Cavaliers to a 1-goal lead on the road. Procedure call against Princeton off that last draw. Cavs have it. Big possession here. Will all become more important as the game plays out. Dixon for Rubier, goal line extended. Ward, and the Cavaliers will spin it around the perimeter of the box. Dixon gets the pick there from Hoskey. Dixon on a pass, it's Thompson. Wide scores, Drew Thompson goes high on Hewitt, and a big goal, his second of the day for UVA. It's a 2-goal Cavalier lead.
Kyle Dixon's passing skills, I've never seen him more accurate. He knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball. He's dodging on the wing, kind of comes top side here, forces Princeton to respect him as a right-hander, and then exploits the backside. We've seen him with that pass about 3 or 4 times. He can just slice the defense and change fields. And then Drew Thompson with just a hard shot up high. It looked like Hewitt was thinking down low.
Princeton unsettled off the draw. Shot was deflected away. Off the cross there, Zach Goldberg. Got to get that one on net. Backed up nicely though. Haney and Princeton down by 2. Another critical possession here. Drew Thompson is called by Dom Starsia perhaps the most complete midfielder in the program right now. I told you about his proficiency in the X at the faceoff. And he's got 2 goals. Big day for him. He and Matt Ward, a couple, ball loose, around the doorstep. Airborne. Trombino had stripped last second. What a play by Smith from behind on Peter Trombino, who was about to pull the trigger. So Wanek works for Hayes in front. Dipsy to try. Directed just wide there. Snyder on the quick stick. Looked like a hockey redirect attempt through the legs, and it went wide, backed up by UVA, and the Cavs have it a chance to clear.
How about the skill?
Man.
How about the skill in that last possession? It's great passing and catching, some creative work as well.
That was exciting. Will Barrow, great spin move at midfield, gets in the offensive zone. Rubier shoved away from the crease at the last moment by the Tiger defense.
I say that's the matchup again. I think Rubier has the green light. You know, so many teams nowadays don't attack with their attackmen against long pole defenders. They throw it up to the midfield or invert against shorties. But this is a scenario, Rubier, that's a matchup. He just scored, you know, the 6th goal. He's gotten shots off against Schoenig all day. You know, that's a matchup I like, and I've been saying that enough, I think.
I think you have, but it's been interesting. Very intriguing to watch that one. You're right, partner. Gotta put the spotlight on the top matchups. Thompson thinking about a hat trick. Dixon, so dangerous, top of the box. A feed instead of a shot. And a lucky bounce. Virginia keeps it alive. And a ground ball, they're able to scoop it and retain possession.
That pass was not to Matt Ward. It was intended to Billings, who was standing behind Ward. Virginia now being warned for stalling. They got to keep it in the box. That was awful quick, considering that they were attacking on that last possession.
Yeah.
I mean, Dixon basically threw the ball on the crease.
Van Rubier. He and Dixon play catch a little bit, and then it's the pass back from Thompson. 1 goal in this game today. 9 shots, 4 ground balls on the day for Rubier. We're going down toward 4 to go, 4th quarter. One extended, Rubier bounces right back. Is showing all over him, the tri-captain for Princeton. Cavs control the tempo and the game at the moment. A lot of time left. Your teammate telling Danny Glading, no rush.
They have to keep the ball in the blue lines of our lacrosse lines here.
Now Rubier, goal line extended, has it again.
No shot clock.
Showing all over him.
Tom Starsia still has a handful of timeouts.
Gotta wonder if he takes one here. Controlling the ball and the 2-goal lead. Pasque, right-hand cradle gets hit. Side of the net, and no call as Pasque got nailed in the helmet there. Heard the contact stick to the helmet. No whistle, no flag. Here come the Tigers. Grant Hewitt. The goalie's brother, and a timeout called by Princeton with 2:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Big possession coming up for Bill Tierney and the Tigers.
Virginia on a 6-1 run. Bill Tierney and Princeton led 4-1 in the second quarter at a time where Virginia just couldn't buy a goal.
It's almost NCAA tournament time. Quint, ESPNU has Selection Sunday covered for you at 7 Eastern. ESPNU Bracketology presented by Staples, featuring Reese Davis, Digger Phelps, Dick Vitale, Jay Billis, breaking down the brackets, providing viewers with all the info of the 65 teams going dancing. Then at Eastern, ESPNU Bracketology with Mike Hall and Mike Jarvis, giving their take on the tournament teams, featuring interviews with men's selection committee chair Craig Littlepage and Syracuse head coach Jim Boeheim in the orange, winning the Big East last night at the Garden in New York.
I like UNC Wilmington, CAA champs. I think they're going to make some noise in the NCAA
tournament. Listen to you with a basketball
They
call.
Play tremendous defense.
The Seahawks, huh?
Tremendous defense.
I will remember that for our next lacrosse broadcast.
You've seen some ball this winter.
I have. I just saw a bunch of the Big West tournament out in Anaheim. A lot of fun being there on ESPNU. Doubleheader on Friday.
With a second half domination by Virginia. 5-1 second half. Their run extends into the second quarter. And it's been a bunch of guys. You know, Matt Ward's got 2, Drew Thompson's got 2, Pasque with 1, Rubior with 1. They really spread the scoring burden, which really bodes well for them, I think, as the season matures. And Alex Hewitt has stood on his head to keep Virginia at bay.
19 saves to 9 for Turner, but another huge stage for Hewitt watching his offense, trying to cash in on this possession. Hayes a pass. Schneider scores! That's a big one from Bob Schneider on a quick stick goal. Feed from Whitney Hayes, and it's 7-6. A lot of time left here in Jersey.
Little throwback play. Hayes pushes that alley, and we've seen him with some success. Draws the double team, kicks it back to Schneider. Big, tall target. Hey, Schneider all day has been backing in. The sophomore, 6'3", 225. Malvern prep, key face-offs, and we got a whistle.
Bob Schneider is not someone, Quint, you want to mess with. Violation procedure call goes against Glazer and UVA. He's a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo, is Bob Schneider.
At 6'3", 225, he can do some damage.
Just say, sir. Yes, sir. Kidding? Made the move this year from midfield to attack, and Schneider cashes in a big goal. Princeton has 6 different goal scorers in this game. That's spreading the wealth. Schneider right there again, get free. Shot! Big save by Turner. Shuts down. Schneider bidding for a second goal. Under 2 to go now. Will Barrow, the speed himself. Former football star. Save made by Hewitt on the other end. Brilliant stop on Will Barrow. Trying to lug the mail from end to end, huh? That was something. Just over 90 ticks to go. Fading fourth quarter clock. Thrilling finish from Princeton. Hayes with it. Shot way over the crossbar. Back down.
They're saying it was a pass.
Oh, my. It was a pass. And the officials award the ball to Virginia. They'll have a chance to clear here. Bill Turney's going to lose his mind on the Princeton sideline. We cannot believe that call. And then a penalty flag is dropped. A technical call we could have unsportsmanlike on the far side. Let's see exactly what the call is. Princeton bench is very upset.
Number 12, on the field.
Yeah, Princeton was arguing the call, and some of the players came out of the field, I think, to do it. Or was it just the exchange there on a change? I'm not sure, yeah.
I think it was against Virginia. for too many men. That's what it was.
My mistake. Okay, Virginia's got the call there. And now timeout call by Princeton.
Now Tierney has timeout. So
all right, so it will be a 30-second technical call against the Cavaliers. Wow, that certainly changes things. With only 1:26 left, that is big.
Tell you one thing, Virginia has shown some success in man-down defense over the years is pressing out, extending out, and striking. Look for them to be aggressive.
So the man-up opportunity, a big one with a game on the line when we return to Princeton.
Some people say dress your age. That's ridiculous. Age is just an illusion. How you show up for the world, that's what's real.
Seven. First-time starter. Blocked by Syracuse, removed at halftime of that game, but he stood tall today. Back in the lineup. Coach Sargent told us this week he's our horse, our starting pitcher, and so what if he got hit for a couple of home run balls against Syracuse. He's back today, and he's been great. Pass lost along the end line, will across the line. Great effort, out of bounds it goes. Virginia gets it back. Didn't even have to defend a shot on the EMO from Princeton. That is a huge turnover. Now Morrissey with his speed. He's got a few yards there. A minute to go as he crosses the line, releases a very solid pass. Nice job, J.J. Morrissey, offensive end now. A former hockey star from Massachusetts who recruited himself to Dom Starcher. Sent him a tape. Some football and hockey. No lacrosse on that tape.
Empty net.
Do the best they can to get the ball away from Virginia. Gladding with it, 35 seconds and counting. Randy Gladding, the freshman. And a timeout call by UVA. 31 seconds. What is Dom Starcher telling his team here?
He may have panicked a little there with that timeout because it looked like Gladding had cleared and kind of turned the corner, but this ball's going to come in bounds up top, actually up top out of the box, I believe, and they'll get 10 seconds to get it in the box. The key here is dealing with the goalie. Whoever's on the goalie's really got to be active. You got to spread the field and just run for cover. If you're Princeton, you're setting up some kind of double team right here.
7-6 game. Thompson 2 goals, 2 for Ward. Otherwise, the entire game, 1 goal scored, 6 different. Tigers have ripped the nets today. Make this a 7-6 game. Cavaliers 3-4 in their last 4 against the Tigers. And overall, as we talked about in the top of the broadcast, each team has won 10 in this series. So the icebreaker will come here today for one of these teams. Princeton cannot stop the clock again. They're in desperate need of a stop, turnover, anything to get the ball back to try to send this game to overtime.
I give Bill Tierney and Princeton some credit today. You know, they often take a lot of heat for being a stall tactic team where they run and hide, throw the ball around the outside. Today, they pressed, you know, they actually played lacrosse. They attacked, they played transition. He let his young team go after it today.
30 seconds. Cavaliers try to play keep away. Thompson with the empty net. Hewitt out there trying to get the ball away from Drew Thompson.
Hewitt's got to turn him into the double team.
Oh, look out. A timeout called, nearly a penalty, a shot to the head from Thompson. That's what I thought the whistle was for. But Virginia takes its last timeout.
Key to those double teams, Dave, if you're the goalie or any player, you want to get up and stop the player's momentum so he turns his back, boom, and that's where your double team comes. You want to sandwich him.
ESPN News coverage of lacrosse continues next Sunday. These Virginia Cavaliers trying to hang on for dear life and go 6-0 to start this season. Take on the Towson Tigers. Lacrosse on ESPN News Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Big win perhaps here for Virginia today. They're trying to hang on against a highly ranked team, number 5 Princeton.
Towson will be a tough opponent for them. Oliver Bacon, Shaken Bacon, midfielder, and Phil Grillo, great shooter for Tony Seaman and the Towson Tigers.
Top 20 to tell you about. Maryland had that game with Towson yesterday. A 3-0 record for the Terps. A Final Four team from last year. And Virginia and Princeton each in the top 5. Navy, their great goalie Matt Russell, back in business again this year. Hopkins and Syracuse will try to rebound from very tough losses yesterday.
Yeah, Navy beat Bucknell late last night out in San Diego, and you see teams 11 through 20. Delaware remains unbeaten. They beat Albany in a high-scoring game. Towson will probably drop a bit. Hofstra, how far up do you move Hofstra? At 18, they beat Johns Hopkins.
Good question.
North Carolina will disappear from the top 20 with yet another loss.
Lost to Notre Dame by a couple. Did the Heels yesterday. Final moments here. Can Virginia keep it going? Ward triple teamed. Matt Ward with the empty net. Under 9 seconds now. Incredible job. They just can't catch Matt Ward. It's going to do it. Virginia will hang on. A 1-goal win at Princeton, 7-6, to move their record to a perfect 6-0.
Excellent job by Dom Stars. You're trailing 4-1. The Cavaliers did not panic. They would eventually take 44 shots in this game, and they just overwhelmed Princeton, a young Princeton defense, and Alex Hewitt, who stood on his head. He had 20 saves.
He was incredible today. Turner, 10 saves. Thompson, 2 goals, 2 for Matt Ward. Otherwise, the wealth spread evenly for UVA as they hang on to take a 7-6 win over Princeton. The game they were down at the half, 4-2. Scored 3 straight in the third quarter to take the lead, which they never relinquished, and win it 7-6. They move to 6-0. So our final score today, again from Princeton Stadium in New Jersey on a wet and chilly day in March. We had our own version of March Madness. 7-6 UVA takes it. Coming up next, it's the Season Weekly Washington basketball. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Now for the entire crew, my partner Quinn Kessnick, it's Dave Ryan saying so.